The 2020-21 NBA season trade deadline has passed, and I don't think I'll surprise anyone by saying it didn't really live up to the hype this year. Kyle Lowry stayed with the Raptors, the Lakers wouldn't give up Tucker, the Nets got one more ex-All-Star, and the biggest disappointment of them all, the Golden State Warriors not making any significant moves despite all the possibilities they had this year. Of course, it's easier said than done, but many Warriors fans had high hopes prior to this season, considering Bob Myers' statement that the Dubs would be aggressive during this year's trade deadline and would do anything to take a shot at the 2020-21 NBA playoffs. However, we do congratulate Bulls and Nuggets fans with their latest assets in Nikola Vucevic and Aaron Gordon, and wish them a great rest of the season. Today, for Golden State Warriors fans, I will try to predict and find out the best next move for the Warriors in the foreseeable future. Also, I would really need to hear your opinion, as I'm very curious what you, my dear viewers, Golden State Warriors fans, and just passing by viewers, think about the Dubs' current situation. This video would be rather analytical, so grab some snacks, get yourself comfortable, and enjoy this video. But before that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell to get updates on our latest NBA content. Let's keep rolling. As I stated in my "Are the Golden State Warriors secretly one of the deepest teams in the league?" video, it's a pretty harsh time to be a Warriors fan due to the series of unfortunate injuries of Golden State's biggest stars, including Stephen Curry's tailbone injury. Simply put, the next 2 to 3 years for the Warriors are the do-or-die seasons when they must either fully invest in the development of future stars in James Wiseman, Jordan Poole, and Oubre, or rush it all by acquiring superstars from all around the league like the Lakers and Nets are doing. We will try to break down 3 main possible directions for the Golden State franchise with the probable negatives and positives of those trajectories. And we will start with the most realistic and the least radical one. But be ready, number 3 might shock you. Number 1. Skipping this year's playoffs, tanking one more season, and making something big out of everything they actually have at the moment. The Warriors should keep their young players and continue developing them. This entry is pretty simple. The Golden State Warriors continue to play a waiting game, trying to grab the best draft pick they can while giving more minutes to the young fellas and letting their veteran superstar core rest until the end of this season. Of course, keep in mind that Klay Thompson will most likely make his return after almost 2 long years of battling his injuries and will certainly make the team much more of a threat, just like the old days. Golden State should make their best effort to make Oubre Jr. stay, as he will become an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season. There are a few ways they can do this, either using Oubre's bird rights or somehow try to find a way to make a sign-and-trade with Kelly. The Warriors can also recruit young players from the G League and bring them in on a 10-day deal, and if they impress, sign them to a team-friendly deal through the mid-level exception. This is what the Warriors did at the back end of last season and how they found Mulder and JTA. Here are the pros of this approach. Low risk. Keeps Golden State's potential franchise players like Wiseman, Poole, and Oubre, who might give a huge boost to the Warriors' future. Letting young players develop and flourish. Giving the OGs rest and time to fully recover. And investing into the team's future with a possibility to get a great rookie talent in the future draft. Now, here are some cons. Low risk means low reward. Obviously, no NBA title this year. Wasting one more year of Curry's prime. One more lackluster year for Warriors fans. No guarantees that Oubre will stay with the Dubs, nor that Klay will return quick enough and in his 100% form. As we have seen in one of the recent games, even though Stephen Curry is an alien, he is still prone to random injuries, just as everyone is. Number 2. The second trajectory Golden State might take is a 50-50 approach where they would keep their main young players, yet will make their best efforts to fit into the title picture this season by entering the play-in tournament. And they might achieve it with the following. Bringing Jeremy Lin back to the NBA landscape. We have already covered the possibilities, pros and cons of this move, and if you are interested, make sure to watch our Jeremy Lin returning to the Golden State Warriors video. To put it frankly, Jeremy Lin would bring a veteran presence along with his elite playmaking skills for a reasonable amount of money. This simple yet effective move might single-handedly bring the Warriors back to the NBA title chase. Another way is using Klay Thompson's disabled player exception and fishing at this year's buyout market. LaMarcus Aldridge has already gone to the Nets, but the Dubs may still acquire lesser-known names like Jabari Parker to reinforce for this year's playoffs. A third way is by cashing in their two-way contracts, acquiring Juan Toscano Anderson, with using the mid-level exception for the minimum salary to fill one of the player vacancies in the Golden State team. He is a solid defensive performer and may really help the Dubs in the offseason. Pros of this trajectory: medium risk. Golden State's future is relatively safe. A chance to make a deep playoff run and ideally a chance to win an NBA title. And getting Lin might be a great addition for future seasons as well, as Jeremy seems very enthusiastic about playing with the Warriors and in the NBA in general. Putting on a show for Dubs fans and actually giving them some version of the promised aggressive approach by Bob Myers. If the Warriors do make the playoffs going this way, it would give their young players the taste of high stakes and competitiveness of the NBA game, thus pushing the development of the youngsters even further. Now, here are the cons. The aforementioned moves would bring the Golden State Warriors even further into the luxury tax, which they've paid during their championship years. The buyout market is a very competitive field where a lot of championship-caliber teams are willing to grab the best buyout candidate, while the buyout players also prefer to join the title-contending teams in pursuit of potential rings. Number 3. Now, this is a completely bold and all-in direction for the Dubs. Do or die, in a nutshell, trading James Wiseman, Wiggins, or basically anyone but Steph Curry, Klay, and Draymond Green to acquire an established star. Even though this scenario might seem like blasphemy for Golden State Warriors fans, some do believe that it's better not to set expectations too high on a young center like James Wiseman, and the Dubs should trade him while he is young, as some Reddit analytics assume. The second problem with this move is that it would still be more profitable for the Warriors to tank this year, which means that such a radical move won't help the Dubs to increase their chances this year. I won't tell you the pros and cons of this move, as it will be for you to decide, but I'd like to give you my opinion on this trajectory. James Wiseman is a stellar athlete, and as a Warriors fan, I'd be very disappointed if the Golden franchise were to pull the trigger on this move. This move is high risk, yet high reward and potential with acquiring an all-star player. This would also significantly increase the Dubs' chances to win the title next year with Klay, Steph, and Dre fully healthy, which is also completely unpredictable. This could be the Golden State Warriors' red button in case the Lakers and Nets completely leave the league hopeless in search of a new, worthy competitor. But what are your thoughts? What do you think the Warriors should do next? Tell us what you think in the comments down below, and once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button to catch up with the best NBA content. If you like this video, make sure to watch my other videos about Warriors players. Thank you for watching.